What's going on, everybody? Today I will be reviewing the movie Godzilla Minus One. Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather today. I got a bad cold. My nose is all stopped up. So if you hear me kind of sounding funny, that's basically what it is. But I want to get this movie review out. And like I said, I grew up on Godzilla as a kid, but I'm still a King Kong guy. I like King Kong better than Godzilla. But I said, let me give this movie a try. This is an action slash sci-fi film, and it's 2 hours and 5 minutes, which is a decent runtime. So basically, this movie starts off in 1940s. It's in the 1940s in Japan. In World War II, the atomic bomb drops, and all of a sudden, Godzilla comes to surface. So it's kind of crazy because I felt bad because it's like Japan can't even get a break. It was like they're trying to get over this devastating war that happened. Then after that, Godzilla comes and try to destroy the whole city. So it's like you kind of feel bad for these characters in this film. And the director of this film is Takashi Yamazaki. He did a great job giving us a darker tone of Godzilla. I like that, how it's more darker. And I gotta say, this movie, Godzilla, I think it's not for kids. Even though this movie was PG-13, I think like this is the most intense and aggressive Godzilla movie they ever made. Yes. This movie is more terrifying than the other Godzilla movies, the other previous Godzilla movies they came out with. And like I said, when I was in the movie theater, I was looking at all these parents taking their kids to go see this film, and I was looking at them like, I don't think this is going to be for them. First of all, they're talking in Japanese the whole movie. Then it's like the storyline is too complex for them to really remember this. And it was kids in here actually crying in the movie. The parents had to leave the movie theater early because one kid was crying because Godzilla died, and he was like, he was crying to his father like, oh, why did Godzilla die and whatever, Then the father got, he had to take his kid out the theater. Then other kids were crying because I guess it was too much, you know, it was too intense for them, and they couldn't deal with the action in here, and some of the kids couldn't deal with Godzilla dying. So I was like, yeah, this is a little bit more intense for kids. It's more for the adults, this film right here. Because like we understand, the previous Godzilla movies were more friendlier, more fun to watch. Of course, especially the ones that were American made. Godzilla wouldn't go around killing innocent humans. He would actually fight the monsters that's coming against him. So it's like it's kind of different. So yeah, this one is like he's tearing up everything. So it's more intense with this and more of a darker tone. Like I said, but this film is more serious and it has a great storyline. I love it. Then on top of that, they spent about, I think the budget for this film was $15 million. And I mean, man, this production was done so well. You would think they spent about $200 million on this film. That's how great the production and the visuals were. I'm like, wow, great job. Now, when you watch this movie, it's going to give you that old school original feeling. It's similar to the Godzilla movie that came out in 1954. So if you watch this new one, it give you that same feeling as that Godzilla movie in 1954 with that same nostalgic type of look, but more of an updated look with this new one. And what I really love about this film is the upscale special effects, especially when Godzilla is tearing up everything in the city. I like seeing that, and the sound effects and the intense music is excellent. The production was excellent too. The production was well done. They went above and beyond with the production. It gives you that cinematic feeling. The cinematography was impeccable. I like the visual effects, and the shots and camera angles really keep you in tune with the movie. Especially me, I really had an emotional connection and attachment to the main characters. Especially the guy that was a pilot, his lady, and this little girl that they was watching. I really felt bad for them because, them having to go through these tragic circumstances, and for me to even see that was tough. Bottom line to it, I was like, wow, I really felt those characters. That was very emotional in that film. Now, y'all, don't get mad at me. It was a few dislikes in this film. It was. Um, I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about going to movies where I have to read subtitles. I told people I cannot do that. I like if it's a movie out with subtitles, I gotta read through the whole movie. I would not do that. But y'all forced me to go see this now. I had friends calling me up saying, Brent, man, you gotta see this Godzilla movie, man. It is good. Yes, you gotta sit through the subtitles and stuff. You gotta read the subtitles, but you gotta go see this. So I'm like, ah. Did I hear all these movie reviewers? My nose all stopped up. well, I was listening to them, and it was like, oh man, this movie's so good. So I'm hearing all this hype over this. I said, no, let me go see this and get through this. So I knew what to expect when I went inside the theater. But I still think they should have did a English voiceover with this movie. They should have dubbed it in English format. I think if they would have did that, I would have been more in tune with the movie, and I would have been more involved with everything. And it kind of threw me off a little bit, but still, it still was a decent, cohesive movie. Now, I gotta say, the middle of the movie really dragged a little bit. I think it was just way too much dialogue with certain characters in this film. And I understand they're trying to develop the story. I understand that they're trying to develop all the characters and their backstory, but I'm like, okay, can we kind of push it a little further, a little bit, and get to the point? But okay, job. And my other concern was they didn't really show Godzilla too much in this film. That's just my opinion. Even though the characters in this film they do enough to keep you in tune, but it's like in the beginning of the film they did show Godzilla for like 5 minutes in the beginning. Then in the middle they showed him for another 5 minutes. But at the ending of the movie you get a whole lot of Godzilla. So you got to kind of wait to the ending to really see him destroy things and do what he does. So yeah, but I think this film they focus more on the character's story more than Godzilla. If you want to really know about this movie, and I think they should have utilized Godzilla a little bit more, and this would have been a lot better. And my favorite part of the movie was actually the ending of it. I mean, it was very shocking to me at the ending. So when people see this, it's going to be emotional for most people. So I was like, wow, I was very shocked to see what I saw in the ending. So y'all gotta go see it. Now the main question is, was this the best movie of 2023 so far? I'm gonna say no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Now, this was the best Godzilla movie that was ever made. Out of all the Godzilla movies, this was the best one. But this wasn't the best movie of this year. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry to bust y'all bubble with that one. But like I said, I'm gonna give this movie. This movie is watchable. It is. It's gonna be worth their money. Especially, I advise people to see it in IMAX. Even though I can't really talk because I didn't really see it in IMAX, but I know it would have been a greater experience just to see it in IMAX, and you really get your money's worth. So I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Yes, an 8 out of 10. It was a great movie. I just wish it was an English voiceover, but it was a great movie. And now they coming out with King Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah, I'm sitting up there looking at the trailer for that. I'm like, they couldn't wait. I mean, man, they just pushing these movies out too quick. So that I heard, yeah, that's coming out next year, and definitely I'm gonna go see that because I'm a big King Kong fan. And yeah, man, yeah. Then I know I made a promise to do a movie review on Silent Night, and usually I don't go by what people say. I usually just see the movie myself, but I heard a lot of bad reviews on that Silent Night movie, so I just decided not to even go watch it because I'm not gonna waste my money on something that was that boring. I heard a lot of people say that movie was so boring, so I didn't even do a review on that. I'm sorry, y'all. Now, my next movie review will be The Iron Claw. So that might be a good movie, a wrestling movie based on a true story. So that'll be my next movie review. Then after that, I'm gonna come out with Color Purple. Then we'll see what next year gotta bring. I'm hoping it brings some great movies to see. I'm hoping, man, they do a lot better next year. But yeah, I hope y'all like this movie review. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, yo, y'all watch my other movie reviews, man. They really good. I got some good movie reviews. Y'all watch my other ones, man. And like I said, subscribe to the channel. Put some comments in the section. I'm sorry, y'all. My sinuses. I mean, my nose is all stopped up. But I'm gonna see y'all later. All right, I'm out.